and we're back to some Koholint. Koholint? So, I did a few things. We ended last time with Dungeon 4, which is about half of the game, but I think the second half is a bit longer. So I don't think this is going to end tonight. It's probably one more stream after this. But yeah, in the meantime, I did a couple things off stream that don't really matter. Like extra stuff in the crane game. There was nothing new to do in fishing yet that I could see anyway. And I did a few Dampe things until I couldn't do any more. And so yeah, other than that, nothing has been missed. I'm just doing that off stream too, because I want this file to be complete, but that stuff's not necessary to actually show. And I haven't, aside from that, which I did like the day after I streamed, I haven't played this game since then. So I already feel a little removed from it. But I did play through the original Game Boy game, not even the DX version, the original one. I spent one day just about a week ago. I played it all just because I still wanted to play Link's Awakening. I played this twice. I started this stream file, and I knew I couldn't go any further in this file, and I was like, I still want to play Link's Awakening, so I went back and, played the original one almost in like one sitting, but I did it in one day, which I don't think I've ever done before. And it's neat going like back to back this new version and that original version, and seeing some of the differences that I even forgot about, because I usually ever since they released the DX version on the 3DS Virtual Console, whenever I feel like going back to this game, that's usually what I play, just out of, it's just the most convenient. So I have not played the real original 1993 version in a long time, and there's a few little differences that I forgot about, and it was nice to see again. And, obviously this game is no longer brand new, even though it's only a couple weeks old, but time moves fast. Let me take off some of these markings. It's no longer brand new. I pretty much said, all I really needed to say last time about it. I think I talked about the game in great detail. How I felt about the remake, what I thought was good, what I thought was not so good, which wasn't much. We talked about the original. So I think I'm all kind of talked out for the most part about Link's Awakening. And I don't know if that really made for necessarily the most interesting stream, but I was really excited about this, so now that the hype has died down, I think this will be more stock standard stream. have to kind of get with myself and figure out where exactly I am in the game. Oop. I love this little ghosty. He's adorable. I'm glad they kept him looking the same. I mean, they kept pretty much everyone looking the same. And I'm really happy about that, obviously. Shoutouts to Grellies. I've debated, like, I thought, you know, should I turn off, like, friend notifications, at least for, like, when I'm streaming? I don't know if that's, like, is that unprofessional of me? But I don't think it matters. I think it's fun. I love the Nintendo Friend system that they've been using since, like, the Wii and the 3DS. Leaves a lot to be desired. Did I get the shell in here? I guess I did. It leaves a lot to be desired, but I look at it a lot just because I like seeing who's on and who's playing what. And I wish you could do a little more with it, but where am I headed? Oh, the grave, yeah. I wish you could do a little bit with it. I think they're adding some kind of, like, online play invitation thing that you'll get a notification if somebody wants to play something with you. Which is handy, but it's like half there, but it's not implemented yet. That was, like, added in one of the recent firmware updates. Was Ghost Boy an adventurer too? You mean like another Link? Maybe. Is that lore? You know how, like, they say, like, all those super edgy comics about, like, all the dead Marios are boos, or, like, there's just pits full of dead Marios, and, like, each Mario is its own individual being. He had a map in his house on a table? Oh, I didn't notice that. I should have paid more attention. I mean, there was obviously a lot more detail added in that little house there. Sorry, I'm just making sure. I don't think most of these I can do yet, but there are a couple I can do before I go to Dungeon 5. Read the epitaph? I didn't think there... You can't read the grave, can you? If you can, that's new. Yeah, you can't do anything here. I know you can... Yeah, there's no... That would have been a cool thing to add. quest item do I have? Oh, I gotta go to Animal Village. Oh. Alright, well, I forgot to unmark that one. I love that, you know, playing Mambo's Mambo now allows you to warp to any warp point, of which there are now many more, aside from just Mambo's Pond. Very convenient. I actually want to go here, though. Quick travel is now much more quick. Which, you know, the world isn't that big in this game. And, as I said, I just played it again. How many shells do I have? Yeah, not enough yet. I just played it again, and it's, like, not that big of a deal. Like, I didn't feel spoiled by all these warp points when going back to the original. But it's definitely nice to have. I keep thinking... I just realized her name was Christine. I always think it's Catherine. For some reason. So let's do as much of the trading quest as I can up to this point and get that out of the way. Because I think I can do almost all of it now, and then the very last thing will be after Dungeon 5. Hi, Mr. Wright. Or Dr. Wright? No, he's Mr. Wright in this game. The letter came with a photograph that we stole off the Mario Wiki. I was very disappointed in that. Of all the... I mean, you know. It's a stupid little detail. But that was such a funny little thing in the original. And of all of the things that they kept so, like, on brand with the original game with this remake, we just get a stock photo of Princess Peach. I was really hoping for, like, a... not even, like, a new render, but, like... well, yeah, a new render, but, you know, use the same model, I don't care. But something that looked like the original game did, where, like... the original game had him, like, holding it, and it was, like, signed Christine with a heart at the bottom. This is just a black screen with a instruction booklet picture of Princess. Nice of the princess to invite us over for dinner, eh, Luigi? I still like calling her Princess. And a hoof print? Oh, no, that's what I said the heart was, but you're right, I think that is a hoof print. Oh, that's fucking funny. That's, the more I think about that, the more I like it. I never thought of it that way. I always, you know, just glanced at it and thought it was a little heart. Damn, Grandma, you got here fast. You got a magical ocarina, too? Her name is Yahoo, I know. Everybody has names now, it's great. Like, this bear is... You don't get to know. Alright, I think that... Oh no, there's still a little bit. I gotta do the, You got a necklace that was never meant to be a bra, as we all know. Or I guess if you don't know, in the original Japanese version of this, the mermaid loses her bra, not a necklace. I think that was buzzing for that. Hippobertsons. No, she doesn't have him in this game. They edited out all the risque stuff, I guess. What a shame. I'm sure somebody's disappointed. So this is the point in the game where the dungeons start getting a little confusing, and like even after all these years, they still kind of throw me off a little bit with like... There's like a lot more stairways that lead to different rooms, and, you know. And in the original, it's hard to remember like which stairway led where, and you have this very minimal looking map. Now the maps are in the dungeons are much more detailed, and I've been using those map markers to you know, say which stairway goes where, and I'm very grateful for that addition, because it's made these, you know, the latter 4 dungeons a lot quicker. Plus this one has, you know, these 4 Skeleton Knight rooms. And I always forget which one is where, and you gotta go to them in order. Thinking I need a like a third-party. Come on, I don't even think I need to kill this guy. I think I need like a third-party chat client because both the Twitch mobile dashboard and the one I get in Streamlabs are just not accurate at all. I don't know, what is that? Is it Chatty or something that Vinny uses? I don't want to have like a whole lot of external things running as I stream. Because I don't know what's going to end up like, you know, causing issues. But I think that might be something to look into. I just don't know what exactly it is. Oh, it is just Chatty. Okay. I wasn't sure if it was like Chat E. Like chat and the letter E, but I'll never get over the German version of the Buzz Blob saying, and I'm gonna butcher this German, Neon Condom, after getting sprinkled with the powder. They don't say anything interesting this time. I don't think I even did it in the last stream because they don't say anything funny this time around. They tell you to use like the ocarina. Like in the original they said like, the only ones I remember are Hey Mon. And there was one that was like, you know me, I like short names the best. Just like random like non sequiturs when you talk to them. I mean, I'll show off the next time I come across one, but it's very underwhelming, unfortunately. Chatty seems pretty lightweight. Well, that's good. Maybe I'll use that for next time. Because it's constantly not telling me the accurate viewers, and it doesn't tell me who's in chat. Not to be trusted. So yeah, you're gonna see me using the map a bit more often in these dungeons. But I think that, yeah, I don't need to be here yet. That I know we don't do yet, because that's where the boss key is. The nightmare key, apologies. I'm just gonna walk into those every time. Similar to like the moblins and stuff, they made this guy a little harder. That you gotta, you know, wait for him to be a little bit vulnerable before you attack him. You can't just like, you can like immediately just sword slash him in the original. Not that it really makes it any harder, but speaking of that guy and confusing dungeons, excuse me, if I ever, not if, but when I ever play Link to the Past, get ready for me to fuck up the ice dungeon a lot. Because after all these years, I still fumble around in there. I would not be a good speedrunner of games like this because I just don't remember things. Too much of it blends together. Which, by the way, I watched Sam. After I watched that Mario World Lunar Dragon run from GDQX, I went and watched a few other recent runs. What did I watch? They were all Mario so far, but I saw a few others that I wanted to do. I watched Lost Levels, like the Mario All-Stars Lost Levels, with every course. That was cool. I watched New Super Mario Bros. Wii. The poor guy had so much fucking problems, and he was so good about it. The frickin' Wiimote kept losing signal, and you know, you have to shake it to like use the propeller, and it would just keep like dying on him in a crucial spot, and he really wanted to show off like this one trick, and he was eventually able to, but he was really chill about it. I felt bad, but he was like, you know, we're just here to have fun. It's not about, you know, always getting the world record at GDQ. So that was nice. So, and now I'm in the middle. I'm near the end of the Mario 64 randomizer run, which is wild. I've never seen that game randomized. And then I'll probably check out a few others, because I haven't seen a GDQ in, like, I've missed the past several GDQs just because of this one. I didn't even know GDQX was a thing. And I missed, you know, SGDQ and AGDQ because of not having a computer or not having really any convenient way to watch it. I just had to do Ice Dungeon yesterday, and I'm still fucking up. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Something about that, like, you'd think I would just, you know, after so many times, figure it out, but something about having to, like, backtrack with the right crystal color, and I don't even know how to, like, properly explain it. If you know the game, you know what I'm talking about, but it just kind of messes with my head for some reason. I think GDQX is new. Yeah, I think I looked it up, or I didn't look it up, but I heard them say... They said something during one of the runs I watched, and I think this is only the second GDQX. So I guess there's now 3 a year, which I'm fine with. I don't watch that many speedruns. I don't know, like, you know, on my free time or whatever. But I do enjoy when GDQ happens, although with this one, nobody's been... I think it's over now, but nobody's been talking about it, really. And it used to be, like, when they came around, like, my entire Twitter timeline for, like, a week would be, people talking about, especially, like, certain popular runs. But I feel like even with the ones that I missed over the past year, I never really saw anybody talking about them. My sub 4 run yesterday, I did a once over in the dungeon without doing IPBJ or challenging the boss. Then I came back later, did IPBJ to get the boss faster without one key. I didn't even know you could... I didn't know you could even do that. Speaking of key... Aim at the eyes of Goma. And 10th enemy has the bomb. Also, Eastmost Peninsula is secret. Pretty sure that leads there. In fact, it has to. There's no other staircases. But where do I want to be? Guess I don't need that. I would like to see, you know, thinking of speedruns, I'm curious how soon we're going to see this game at GDQ. This version of the game, rather. Did I pronounce Goma wrong? Is it like Goma? Or like different different emphasis? There's so many things in Zelda that I still don't know what the official pronunciation is, if any, especially in Ocarina of Time. I still call her Saria, not Saria. Definitely not Saraya. I said Deku instead of Deku for a long time. I don't know, 1998 was a lawless wasteland for Zelda pronunciation. These used to look more like Bowser. They look like Bowser's head in the original. I don't know what that's supposed to be now. My tea got cold. I bought I bought some new tea today. Now that it's actually getting fairly chilly out now, which I'm sure, you know, by next week it'll be back up to like 80s and 90s until the end of November. But it was significantly chilly today, and you know, I always like to, and I usually, damn it, I usually forget, but I like to try and drink tea most nights in like the winter and fall. And I like to try different kinds of tea, and partially because I have a bunch of mugs and I feel guilty for not using them. I have like so many Mario mugs, and I feel bad that they're just kind of sitting there and I never see them. So I'm like, I should just drink some tea each night to give them some purpose and justify buying them. But I bought, what was it? Chamomile, honey vanilla chamomile. And I just had that for the first time and it was pretty good. Three cycled. Is that good? Because I think that's good for me. I usually take way more than 3 on this boss, but I do have double offense, so that's probably why. I probably could have, if I had gotten him to come out far enough, probably, and like was really efficient with the sword, probably could have just done him in 1 cycle. I already forget if I got that. I did. Oh yeah, let's be underwhelmed. I'm a changed blob, and that's not all I have to say. Now that I have lips, I fantasize about playing one of the island's songs on a flute. There are 3 hot local hits. All 3 of those blobby bops are magic. Literally. If no other tool will do the job, pull one out, and one of those songs you get stuck in your head. I read that wrong. And that's all he says. So, no strange incoherent, non sequitur text anymore. Just unnecessary hints. And still calling the ocarina a flute. Which, I guess it is. But this was the first time they officially called it the ocarina. At least in English. I don't know about if they ever called it, if it was just the ocarina, you know, in Japanese and Link to the Past, but yeah, I want to get over there. Oh. Didn't mean to have the arrows out. My hot dog bun just split open. Now you can cut each half in half. And have 2 hot dogs. Shit, I want a hot dog now. I just had a can of soup for dinner, and it wasn't that good. It had no taste. Thought I would have been over here already. Oh, we can see his name, and it's just Rabbit. I'm assuming they're all probably... yeah. I think the bear had a name. These Zoras are cute. And, you know, like the original Zoras. And, if I'm not mistaken, they've never really been used in any of, like, the main 3D Zeldas like that, right? They're always, like when they were in Ocarina of Time, like, completely different. Which were cool enough in their own right, but I like these guys. I think that's like the one time you have to use a bomb arrow. The cute Zoras and the fucky Zoras, yes. The OG Zoras and the Zoras that everyone wants to have sex with. There's the Zoras that there is porn of, and the Zoras that there is not porn of. You know what? I take that back. I bet there is porn of both. Forgetting to unmark these things. I can do that, I can do that, I can walk, I can talk. I can't get out that way. I can ocarina. I'm debating reading this comment, but I'm gonna read it anyway. Because I think it's universal, so I don't think it matters. I'm unironically horny for Sidon, okay? You're not alone. Look. Sidon's hot. They knew what they were doing. Sorry, I got lost in thought about Sidon. I'm not even joking. I wish I was. I wonder if they're gonna bring him back for the sequel. You know, depending on what the story is, if that would have any relevance. If they don't, I'll cry. There will be rioting in the streets if Sidon does not come back. Probably with Urbosa too. Everybody loves them. They're terrific athletes. Well, the difference is Urbosa is already dead. You're right, I forgot about that. That does throw a wrench in things. See, I have not played the game, but I know it decent amount about it. Moblin, please. Is that even... Was that even a Moblin, or was that like one of those weird... Are those still considered Moblins, or are they like look-alike other things? Sign, sign, everywhere, sign. I used to fuck this up a lot as a kid. Don't know how. It's not hard. Just read the sign. I think I used to get confused, like this one says go this way, and then I would read like that sign, and it would be wrong. Did you mean Riju, the tiny Gerudo queen? No, I don't think so. In regards to which comment, I don't know. Anyway, here's Wart. Wart will never be rendered in 3D. He has never been rendered in 3D before and will never be rendered in 3D again. Oh, regarding Urbosa not being in Breath of the Wild 2. Yeah, I guess she could, like, if it's, like, years in the future. Obviously not, like, 100 years in the future. Again. Yeah, she could, like, I guess, conceivably, take Urbosa's place. I still haven't stolen anything in this game yet. Once I 100% this file, I'll do it on my shitty file that I died once on. Because I've not even seen, I'm sure it's been posted, it was posted day one. I'm sure it was posted from a review copy from a week before the game was released. What happens when you steal from the shop in the new Link's Awakening? but I haven't seen it yet. And I don't feel like being called thief. So, could you do this? I don't remember this, and you definitely can't do it in the original version. You can buy back the shovel, which I never knew about. Unless that's new to this version. Maybe this was in the DX version? I don't think it was, because there wasn't enough item slots. I think. I knew you could trade back. But I think having both the shovel and the boomerang at the same time is new. Yeah, I think that's new. Okay, I thought I was going crazy. Because when I first played this version, I held out a long time on getting the boomerang. Because I still had so many shells to find that I didn't want to, you know, trade in the shovel. And then keep going like back and forth depending on where all the shells were. All the new shells, I should say. Stone Luigi. Let me, there's a good chunk of stuff I can do in the mountains now. Let me do that before Dungeon 6. You didn't make it. I chiseled it. I want to do a... What is the... I'm guessing you can't do it on Twitch. You know how, like, some people... I think do, like, watching parties where, like, you know... You broadcast, like, a show or something and you have, like, a chat room or whatever and you're all watching... You know, like you used to have Rabbit. And I think that went down the tubes, but... I don't know, was there ever like a Let's Watch thing that you were allowed to do on Twitch? Because I would love to... I want to do like a group watch of the Super Mario Bros. Super Show live action segments only. Because I need people to appreciate them. I know everyone knows that they exist, but I need people to see them through my eyes. Because I fucking love them. Were they campy and corny? Yes. They were genuinely funny, though. I love Lou Albano and Danny Wells, Mario and Luigi. Twitch has their own for Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, but I guess those are, like, official channels, right? Because, like, they've had, like, Shout Factory, I think. Were they... Somebody, like, there was, like, a few years ago, they did a marathon of Mystery Science Theater 3000. But it was, like, official. I'm just wondering the logistics of, you know, someone like me broadcasting random episodes of, like, a show or a movie or something. And how to get away with it. Obviously not to, like, you know, post on YouTube, just for the live experience. Which would be 2 people. If this is any indication. I don't know if they're active right now. I think, yeah, I think they go, like, in and out. I think they're on, like, special occasions, those channels. Which I think is a cool thing to do. Yeah, like, the Pokemon one is probably not active right now. Weren't they doing that for, like, the 20-year anniversary of the anime? I don't remember. I don't know. I didn't watch any of it. I don't even remember, like, how much of the Pokemon anime I have seen in my life, because I only watched it when it was new. And then I fell out of Pokemon for a while, and then it was like... And I don't watch much anime, so... My first exposure to that scene was a YouTube poop my friend Callie made a decade ago. I think YouTube poops introduced, like, an entire new generation to the late 80s, early 90s Mario cartoons. As well as people who, you know, just didn't get to see them at the time. Because there was, like, I don't want to say early on, but for a while there was, like, one site that hosted, like, all of the Super Mario World cartoon, and their logo was always, like, or maybe it wasn't a site, maybe it was, like, a TV network, I don't know. But, like, there are so many reposts and YouTube poops of the Super Mario World cartoon with, like, that, I think it's Pop. It says, like, Pop in the upper right corner. And then, like, every YouTube poop of the CDI Zeldas has, like, Quebec Gaming in it. And they're under... They are covered up by a unregistered Hypercam 2 logo as well. I wasn't sure what to, like, when I was putting the VOD of the first stream of this on YouTube, like, obviously, you're already, okay, you're able to select, you're able to select the game that's being played, same as on Twitch. But, you know, for like my title and the description and everything, I was like, what should I write? Do I write Link's Awakening Remake? Do I write Link's Awakening Switch? Link's Awakening 2019? I didn't really know what to put, and I think I wrote Link's Awakening and then in brackets Remake. I already forget. I wasn't sure just, you know, how to distinguish it. Oh, it's over here. Because I may very well, in a year or so, want to play Link's Awakening again and stream, like, the original. Assuming I even continue bothering to stream for that long. Wow, how did I screw up? How did I screw up pushing 2 rocks? So this room is slightly different. It used to be you had one chance to... each of these chests had 20 rupees in them, I believe. And once you open one, and if you left the room, they would all be opened, and you could never get them again. So it was like, how do you open all 5 in one go? This one, you still have to open all 5 in one go, but all the money is in the final chest that you open, and you can retry. So it's slightly different. It's more forgiving, I guess. I don't think there's much more I can do up here now. So I'm researching Rabbit alternatives and found this one called MetaStream. Strictly browser based, no virtual desktop like Rabbit had. There's a couple. I even signed up for one because I had a friend who was going to do a couple, and they had like that and one other site that they were considering. We have not used them yet. You know, nothing ever happened, so I am still unaware of any. Another new warp point will be handy. Yeah, I would love to, and I love the idea of, and this kind of only works, I guess, in small groups. Very small groups of like 2, 3, maybe 4 people. I would love to do that and like a Discord chat and watch things. I don't know how well that would work, and like I said, especially the more people there are, because then you're just going to be talking over the whole thing, but I think it would be fun to have that and, like, riff on things in a, you know, Mystery Science Theater type fashion. It also requires to use Chrome or Firefox, and I'm like, God damn it, I just got Safari back. I used Firefox for... I use Safari on my phone just because I have an iPhone, and why it's... There's no need for me to bulk it up with Chrome. But I used Firefox for... since, like, the mid-2000s, I guess? And once I got my new computer, I started using Chrome, which... I mean, that's a suggestion from my brother, who is far more tech-savvy and knowledgeable at this kind of stuff than I am. And also better at puzzles in Zelda games. So I felt like... I said to him, should I... I'm not using Microsoft Edge or whatever they changed Internet Explorer into. And I was like, should I get Chrome? Should I get Firefox? And he said Chrome. Aside from the fact that it's like a memory eater, supposedly. I say supposedly, I've seen it. It is a memory eater. I don't know why. It's not doing that much, but I don't know much about computers. Hey, that's the title of this stream tonight. Chrome, though, is a more universal thing because everyone develops for it. Yeah, I guess because it's Google, and just everything is just going to be Google eventually. Arrow! Google World Takeover, yeah. It's gonna happen. Which, I mean, I like a lot of Google things, but I don't like how many Google things there are. And how it's becoming necessary to use many of them. I'm so mad about my randomizer yesterday. The digging game prize was 1 arrow. And you thought 10 arrows was bad. That sucks. I wanna do some randomizer. I definitely would like to do Link to the Past and Mario World randomizers for a stream. But as you know, probably, everything I've streamed has been on console. And I would prefer most of everything that is possible to be on console, but obviously randomizers are not, unless I, you know, could conceivably, I guess, put him on the flash cart if I got one of those. But that's way too much fucking work. So I may have to, you know, if I want to do those somewhere down the line. Oh wait, I think I can use the arrows now. Jesus Christ. Yeah, somewhere down the line, if I want to do those, I'll just have to use magic emu lotion. I mean, randomizer digging game is ultra simplified, but that was 80 rupees. Yeah, 80 rupees for one arrow. Well, if you're going for 100%, you gotta do it anyway. Which is... And I've only played the... You know, I only played the Link to the Past randomizer the one time. And I thought I did pretty good. I mean, I wasn't going for speed. But I thought I was going to get stuck sometimes, and I didn't. The boots were in Ganon's tower, though. So that was fun. I'm actually... need to do the raft ride, and it'll take me right to where I need to be anyway. Sitting on a version 31 seed for tomorrow, maybe? Oh, Jesus! Don't read the chat when likes are around. Are you gonna stream that? You are? Alright, cool. I doubt I'm doing anything, so I will hopefully be there. I need to be catching up on Inktober's anyway. Oh no. We've already messed up. Oh, I think we've really messed up. Yeah, you can hookshot off shit now. Like, almost everything in the raft ride. Which, is necessary. You know, I found that out completely by accident, not even thinking that it wasn't possible in the original. I just, like, tried it. Probably when I was doing the race. No, maybe when I was doing this. Just out of, like, desperation. And I was like, wait, you can, like, hookshot off the trees and the roots and the everything? Which is very nice, and you can really, like, you could just keep doing the raft ride over and over and really make bank. I gotta do it again to get a couple more things. And I gotta do the race as well to get a shell and a heart piece and a stone Luigi. If I don't... you need to get sub 30 on the race to get the chamber stone. Which, is another one of those things where, like, if I don't get it, I'll just do that off stream because it doesn't matter. There we go. I don't need any of that stuff. Oh, I only need one more shell for the sword. Oh, but yeah, I'm like 5 days late on Inktober. And I probably shouldn't even bother. And I started day one tonight. Earlier, before the stream, I was gonna try and get it in. Today being October 5th. And I didn't finish it, and I'm definitely not going to finish it tonight. Yeah, let's do the race now. So, yeah, that's gonna be fun, trying to do, like, 6 drawings tomorrow, I guess, when I don't even have it. I have an idea for one that I can't even get right. I definitely fucked up. I forgot the optimal way of... Oh wait, I did it! Sub 30. Which I don't think I will get all of the prizes. I think I will only get the Chamber Stone. Yeah, I gotta do worse to get the heart piece in the shell now. Or maybe just do it again, even if I still get sub 30. Vinny did that, and he was pissed it was a Chamber Stone. I was there live that day, which I'm not usually live for Vinny, but he's been streaming early-ish a lot, or like within, you know, before Grandpa Nico's bedtime. And, yeah, I was one of the people telling him, no, Vinny, do it again. Just do worse, so you can get the heart piece in the shell. Because I forget, was that like his first try he did it, or was like second try? This took me so many tries to get sub 30. Two or three. There are a few things that, like, you know... Oh, I still have to do it again for the... I thought the last time I did it, he gave me the... He gave me the heart piece and the shell at the same time. I don't know what time is necessary for what, other than the Chamber Stone. Yeah, anyway, I always think, you know, haha, Vinny, mediocre at video games. But there are, like, a few things he's done way better than me. Like, I remember he did the final... Not the final, but the darker side of the moon in Mario Odyssey in 7 tries. I don't even know how many tries that took me. 30? 40? There it is. Yeah, I was ready for, like, that death reel for the darker side of the moon. And it was like, no, I'm good. I'll just do it on my 7th try. So, you know, people can make fun of Vinny all they want, but he's better at video games than... Oh, that was brilliant. Guess we're doing the raft again. Why not? Gotta get down there anyway. Might as well make some cash. I almost went down there because I was thinking I was in race mode. I missed all the good shit. Can I, like, brute force my way up there? I don't think so. I'll never get over that clutch water bucket strats during the Ender Dragon fight. Oh, I missed that, I think. I kind of I kind of zone out during the Minecraft streams because I don't even know what's going on. Ratsin playing Goose Game. It's more popular than Zelda. This. It's higher on the eShop chart. Maybe that's what I should be playing. Oh wait. I still... One more time! It's on the best of September if you want. I haven't watched that yet. Yeah, it was like upload, or like I saw that it was uploaded a little while ago. I just like a lot of the streams that Vinny does that they're games that I just don't know really well and don't have a whole lot of interest in. I just kind of. Really? I just kind of leave him on for, like, background noise. And, like, if he starts talking about, like, things unrelated to the game, then my ears kind of perk up. And I start listening, or, like, if he's joking around and... But, like Astral Chain, I have no idea what's going on in that game. Had no idea what was happening in Minecraft. Dragon Quest Builders. And for certain games, there is a lot of time where he just talks about, like, what he's doing in game. And that's when I kind of, like, I don't pay that much attention. Okay, we're done. No more raft. I just gotta get rid of it, though. I need to put the Blasphemous and Noida streams on backlog. Anime Cops Part 12 was hype as fuck for the first half hour. Then it was same old again. Excuse me, same old again. You know, when all else fails, talk about more popular streamers. Oh wait, shit. Don't let me forget to get the sword before the next dungeon. I just gotta get, like, one thing over here. Another seashell. Hey, Anodyne. Um, I just got this today. It was on sale for 99 cents. Um, and I had 90 gold points. So, with tax, I spent 10 cents on this. Um, I knew a little bit about it. It's very Link's Awakening-esque, apparently. Uh, my brother raves about it. He said it's his favorite indie game, and I was like, should I get this? It's on sale for 99 cents. And he was like, yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, that's for him to say that's my favorite indie game, and to hear that it's you know, kind of in the same vein as this game, that's enough. That's all the convincing I need. So, I will start that soon. I am not allowed to play it until I catch up on Inktober, which means I won't be playing it till November 15th. But yeah, if you're interested in that, I guess check now. It was like that for a few days already. It's been, because I got an email about it. It was like an item on your wish list has gone on sale, and I saw it, and Anodyne, 99 cents, and I was like, I don't know. I don't know enough about it that even 99 cents. And then I was still, like, I was thinking about it today, and I asked my brother, and he was like, no, get it. So, jump on that if you want it. Because there have been some good... I got some other eShop game for real low cheap like that. Like $1. I forget... What do I have? Forget what it was. Oh, Zeodrifter I got for 99 cents. Which I wouldn't pay a whole lot for this game. But it's a good little Metroidvania. Yeah, I guess that's probably what I was thinking of. And I've seen some other things that were really cheap, and also, like, there are some games in the eShop on sale for 1 cent. But they're not anything that anyone's gonna want, so don't worry about it. But that happens sometimes, so... Ukulele, the original, keeps going on sale. And, I want to play that game, but I haven't heard... I've never really heard that much good about it. I think it's something I would probably like to an extent, but would have problems with, and... I want to play it, but I don't want to... It would have to be at a lower price point, and even 50% off is not enough. However, I'm hearing a lot of good about the upcoming Ukulele and the Impossible Lair, so I might just go straight to that without playing the original. Transistor is apparently less than $10, and I hear so many good things about that, but I have zero clue what kind of game it is or what it's about. That's, I have, like, Celeste and Hollow Knight and some other, like, critically acclaimed indie game from the past year or whatever on my wish list, and I just haven't gotten on them yet, and I don't really know that much about them. Which is why I haven't... Well, there's too many games to buy. Like, Hat in Time is supposed to be coming to Switch soon. Why do I keep hitting home? Excuse me for 1 second. I'll be honest, I want to bump my tweet about this stream. It's a futile effort to get people in here. Yeah, I usually use the bombs on the whiz robes, but the timing is slightly different than it was in the original. You waste too many arrows on them. And I think that's the only other thing they're susceptible to. This is another dungeon that trips me up in the sense that I'm constantly going like back and forth. But I think having played this game so many times in such a short time period now, I'm remembering some things. Except now, I'm questioning myself if this is right. How are you supposed to figure out how to open the pot-only doors in the original? I think there was... I think the earliest time that happens is in Canelet Castle, when you're entering the room before the guy with like the mace. I think, and like it's the only room, and the only thing in there is pots, and I think it's just kind of like, you know, what else would you try? So I guess that was as much of a hint as they gave. Just that this is the only thing you can use, so use it. But yeah, they do, those doors that you have to throw something at now have like a little pot symbol engraved on them. Not that kind of pot. You probably forget by the time you get to this dungeon. Well, there's a chest in this dungeon. You'll see it later. And in the original Link's Awakening, I might have mentioned this last time. In the original Link's Awakening, the owl statues were stone slabs, and there was only one in each dungeon. Even if there was like multiple ones, they all said the same thing, and it was kind of like a not cryptic, but you know, like a riddle hint sort of thing. And in the DX version, they added the owl statues, and like each owl statue said something different, but they made a lot of the owl statues just blatantly tell you what to do. And later, near the end of this dungeon, there is a chest that if you go up to it and you just try to open it, it won't open. But it's surrounded by all these pots. And in the original, nothing told you what to do there, but you're supposed to throw a pot at it and the chest will open. in the DX version and now in this version, there's literally an owl statue right next to the chest that's just like, hey, throw a pot at this chest. So I think that I don't like blatant stuff like that because it's like a little too far in the other direction. It's like there should be some kind of vagueness to it, but there's a lot of owl statues in the DX version and in this game that just kind of blatantly tell you what to do. These guys, I'm happy, are different. In the original, you just threw these horse heads until they both landed right side up. Now you have slots to get them into, and they move like the chess pieces. Which, the first time I did that in this game, I kept throwing them, and I'm like, I don't understand what's going on, and then it occurred to me, the way they were bouncing moves like the knight in chess. So now there is a bit of, you know, puzzle element added to that, whereas, you know, it used to just be, throw these until it worked. So that's another improvement in this version. I mean, I posed the question with a lot of remakes, you know, is this now the definitive version? And it's interesting to see what people think. And for me, it varies remake to remake. It kind of depends on what the remake does, what it adds, or what it takes away. So I've been thinking, you know, is this now the definitive version of Link's Awakening? And it's hard to answer. I want to say yes, just because it makes so many things better. But there's such a huge gap between the original and this in terms of, you know, time and the power of the technology, that in many ways this is also a very different experience. So I'm not sure. Like, there's so many little additional things that they improved and, like, things that they can do now that are much better. But I don't know if it fully... I don't want to say replaces, but I don't know if it's really a definitive version of the game. Would putting the bomb in between them not work? I don't know if it had enough of a blast radius in that other room. I don't know if this is even going to work. That definitely won't work. Did I go this way? I don't think there's anything even here. I think it's an owl statue. It is. Do this now, though. But yeah, like this one, you use it. I guess you just know by this point. You can't even see that that door has like a pot on it from this angle. I guess if you're coming the other direction, you will. Yeah, so this whole half of the dungeon's done. I'm remembering you mentioned seeing... Okay, look, I don't know how to pronounce the name of this movie. I'm pretty sure it's not Promare. You know, that new anime movie by, well, it's Trigger, but... Shit. Who's the director? I fucking love the guy, and I can't think of him. Hiroyuki Imaishi? Something? Anyway, I mentioned... You mentioned seeing that movie at some point, that my Voltron timeline got flooded with Promare content, and it's ridiculously gay, and I need it. Did you see it? No, I did not. I don't even know if I'm saying it correctly still. I would love to. It looks, from the little bit that I've seen, it looks really good. You know, I just said, like, how, like, 20 minutes ago, I don't like much anime. But the anime I do like, and that I have, you know, that I have seen and that I do like, I really, really fucking like. And I don't want to keep saying this guy's name because I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, and I'm also now questioning if he is the director of this movie. Hiroyuki Imaishi, I believe. He was with Gainax. He worked on Fooly Cooly. He did Panty and Stocking. Panty and Stocking was pretty much his project, I believe. I'm in love with his work. He's usually alongside Yo-Yo Shinari, who is a fucking powerhouse of an animator. I don't know if he had any involvement with this movie, but either way, yes, I would like to see it. Excuse me? Do I would like to see it. I gotta keep checking on the showtimes and stuff, because, the only theater I've seen it playing at nearby is like a not so great theater, supposedly. I haven't been there in like years. Even it's in like a nice area, but supposedly the theater has gotten like really run down, and like drug addicts hanging there and something like that. Like, I've been warned not to go to this theater, and that's the only one near me showing this movie. So I have to keep checking, and I might just go for it, because I really want to see it. And I could probably really use some inspiration right now. Wow, come on. Taking all the hits. Yeah, that's the director. I can't find anything in my city. It showed September 17th and 19th and then never again. Yeah, those were like the two first showings. Like the 17th, they had like limited, you know, theatrical viewings on those two dates, the 17th and the 19th. The 17th was the dub, and the 19th was the sub. But now it's still playing, again, still in limited release, but it's still available. in certain places and certain theaters, depending on where you are, if you just happen to be lucky. I don't know for how long. I don't want to go here yet. Also, one of the theaters, the one closest to my house, is closed for renovations. It's exciting that this even has a limited theatrical release. Just for what it is. And I hope this is something that could happen more often with animated movies that are not, you know, one of the big Hollywood studios or Studio Ghibli. Is that even how you say that? I don't even fucking know. I feel like it's happened a few times in recent years, but I don't remember with what. The last limited run movie I saw was Eureka 7 Pocket Full of Rainbows. I didn't even know that happened. I've heard of that series, but like I didn't even know that was like still around. Again, I don't watch that much anime. And like I'll see and hear things through like osmosis that are like really popular. But I'll tell you what anime I've watched. Fully Cooley, I've watched even the new ones, which I thought Fully Cooley 2 Progressive was pretty good. It was alright. Tried to be too much like the original, I think. And a lot of wasted potential on, what was her name? Jinyu. But Fully Cooley 3 Alternative, I thought was fantastic, even though I felt like it barely had any reason to be Fully Cooley. But the original is still one of my favorite, you know, pieces of media ever. I've seen that. I've watched Shin-Chan, various versions of that. Obviously not all of it, because there's a fuck ton of it. That's been going on since like 1989, and I have a few of the original translated mangas. What else? Panty and Stocking, obviously, I was really... There was a time where people thought I worked on Panty and Stocking because of how much I talked about it. I swear to God. And I'm like, why would you... No, why would you think that? People thought I worked on the new Powerpuff Girls reboot for some reason. I watched the first season of Space Dandy. What else? I don't think that's it. There's definitely a lot. I wanna see Cowboy Bebop. Ava, I want to see. Because that's Gainax. I want to see, like, every Gainax thing. I should. And I guess Trigger. Well, no, not everything Trigger. Because I tried to do Kill La Kill. And I couldn't. It was too blatantly fan servicey sexual for me, to the point where it detracted from my enjoyment.
I think you would like Eureka 7. I know it's mecha, but it gets weirdly philosophical, and of course there's a love story.
I don't know why I never got into, you know, like the whole mech thing, or like giant robots, and you'd think that would be right up my alley, and I just never did, I guess. This is the, yeah, this is the chest you throw the pot at, and the owl tells you to do it. Right here. To open a treasure chest, use the pots around it. Thanks. Why don't you just beat the game for me? That chest, I believe, is just medicine, and I can't get it anyway because I have the medicine.
That's not a riddle.
No, it's not. Look, I'm not... There's obviously the people who complain about video games being, like, too easy and stuff, and, like, when there's, like, an easy mode in games, and I think that's fine. It's fucking optional. Like a lot of the new Mario games have that if you die, like, a certain amount of times on a level, then you can watch, like, a guide of it, or have it just play the level for you. It doesn't count as beating the level, but it lets you move further in the game if you're stuck. It's totally... Excuse me. It's totally optional. So why are you mad that it's there if it helps, like, young kids or new players or whatever? But something like that is, like... You know, obviously that's optional as well, but I feel like there should be a tiny bit more of, like, you know, don't tell them exactly what to do. See, I didn't mark the stairways in here, and now I'm not sure I'm going the right way.
I played Bayonetta on Babby mode until I learned how to play it, and then I got good to the point where I pure platted most of the stages as Rosa in Bayonetta 2.
Well, there you go. I mean, yeah, especially for, like, a game that you're not, like, nobody has any experience with. Like, it's completely new stuff, and you have to learn it anyway. If it helps you get through, if it helps you get better. Nope, I am going the wrong way. Oh. God damn it. I was right where I needed to be. Do we know anything about Bayonetta 3? Is it even still happening? Not that it's, like, it's not something I'm going to play. It's just not my style of game. But I'm concerned about it. Not, you know, like I'm worried about it, but I think it's a game that deserves to come out, and a lot of people want it. Again, I know I said this last time when I was gushing about the game, how they kept everything, or mostly everything, so almost like one-to-one of the original Link's Awakening. Visually. And that some of these characters and stuff look like they really just took the sprites and made them like HD. HD, or like models. I'm not explaining it well, but it really looks like, this looks exactly like the sprite in the original, this face here. Also, Sam, how are you online if you're in my chat right now? I'm checking my play stats. That's okay. I play games while I watch other people stream too. And I'm always worried, you know, if it is a friend who's like, I'm going to show up on their friends list as they're streaming, I'm always worried they're going to get, like, offended. But it doesn't mean I'm not paying attention, it's just, I like to, I don't always just straight watch streams, even when they're live. And even if I'm talking, like, I can multitask to an extent. Now, I don't think there's a lot of overworld stuff to do now. Trying to think. I'll look in a second. I think I could just probably just go to straight to Dungeon 7, and then maybe we'll call it a night after that.
That was on normal. Most were regular platinum, but bosses were pure platted because Rosa is basically the one-hit KO character.
How am I on? Trying to think. I don't know if the last heart piece. Well, like there's one heart piece you get during Dungeon 8, and then I think the only one I'm missing is from fishing. Maybe? I don't know. It's probably one I'll do off stream, so it doesn't matter. So, we're just gonna go... Well, I can't go directly to Dungeon 7, but I gotta get the rooster. Actually, let's do a Dampe dungeon. I'm just gonna check on what's in here. I don't know if like another thing... I don't think anything else other than chamber stones and the Mario figures pop up here. Yeah, let's go visit Dampe.
Sean's mad about CTR online not working properly. He's not getting rewards for clearing single-player challenges because the servers are not up.
How does that work? You need to be online to properly... That's not just built into the offline portion of the game? Crash Team Racing looks very frustrating.
Some are online challenges and they're for unlocks.
Okay, I guess that makes sense, but... Okay, let's make a little dungeon because I think the next one available... No. Maybe the one after this, I think you get a bottle for. But I did not show this off on the last stream, and not that it matters anymore because this game is over a week old and nobody cares about it anymore. But you can make dungeons in this game based on rooms of dungeons that you've already been in. And, you know, aside from just freeform making dungeons, you can, Sorry, this is taking way too much of my brain power, apparently. Dampe gives you challenges. These certain dungeons you have to meet. You have to build to certain requirements. Some of them you have to fill every square in the thing. This one, you have to have all of these be treasure chests, which means you need to use a stairway to get in here because you can't place on these tiles in the middle. I think this is pretty neat. And some of these are a bit puzzling. To try and put together, especially some of the later ones. See, like I don't have a treasure chest room that will only connect those two. See, on my first file, I did this after I had visited every dungeon and got, like, a bunch of extra stuff. And so I had, like, every possible piece and there were more options. Yeah, I won't be able to do that either. Might need multiple stairways. No, I don't want to do that. Yeah, let's put another stair. And then need another one with a chest and a stair. There we go. But then... Okay. Okay, that should be good. And I think I could just put a boss. Let's put this guy again. I try to make the Dampe challenges like as simple as possible. the way these work is, you know, you don't get to pick what goes in the chests. If there are locked doors, every chest you open will be a key until you don't need keys anymore, and then they will just be rupees, and then the last chest you open is always the nightmare key. You don't even get to pick what stairs go where, which can be very frustrating in some of these. Because stuff just won't work, even though you could... If you could just choose how to make it work, then it would work. But I try to make these just quick as possible to get them done. And then collect the reward and move on. And it's good for, like, farming rupees if you just put a lot of chests and not a lot of locked doors. And I think this is like a neat idea. It's obviously, you know, very simplified Zelda Maker. I didn't think it was too bad. There's definitely things they could have done better, like let you choose where stairs go. But as far as, you know, just, you know, connecting rooms together, it's pretty fun. And I think the reason we haven't seen a Zelda Maker is because there's way more variables that go into making a Zelda dungeon as opposed to a 2D Mario stage. You gotta do a lot of backwards thinking. I mean, I've always thought, you know, even since I was young, like, I thought the designers of these Zelda dungeons are geniuses to make them work the way they do, and to ensure you have, even with multiple ways of clearing it, to ensure that no matter how you do it, you will always have what you need. And I don't think a Zelda Maker more complicated than this would be something I could deal with. I'm sure many people could, but I don't think it would appeal to general audiences. I didn't even really pay attention to what rooms I used. I just kind of threw anything that applied into the slot. So let's just go back to the beginning and fight the boss and collect our reward. Although I think for most of these, the reward is just another room to use in these dungeons, like a special one. 2-cycled that time. Yeah, let me just see. No. Okay, there's nothing else worth that I think I'm gonna get a good enough reward for, and that is worth doing on stream here. Maybe I will make, on like my complete file, I'll make like the ultimate dungeon, and then I'll play that after I finish the game. And that will be like the last thing I do. You know what? I don't even know if I'm gonna... Maybe I'll just get to Eagle's Tower and call it a night. I don't think I'm gonna bother doing another dungeon tonight. Because then the next stream will just be Dungeon 7 and 8 and then the end. Spoopy. You got the cock. I'm alive. I'm born. You know what? That's not even that helpful because I gotta go over here to get the key anyway. Oh wait, I thought of... I need to go here. Because there's a shell there. And in the original, you needed the flying rooster to even get over there. But in this one, you can just hookshot over there, because I guess the flying rooster isn't permanent, so that's, you know, potentially missed content. And in the original, you didn't need every single seashell. In this one, there is a reason to get every single seashell, so they made it possible to get here anytime. How many shells? 43. So I'm thinking of, I said last time I want to do Luigi's Mansion this month on stream, both for Halloween and because Luigi's Mansion 3 is coming out on Halloween. So I would like to stream the original, And I think that would probably be a
just one stream I could probably finish it in.
I'm trying to think of other good games for Halloween that I have and could stream, but I don't think I really have any. I'm also unsure. My birthday is next Friday, and I'm unsure if I want to do birthday stream. I'm not sure what I would do for it. I don't know. I don't think it really matters. Oop. Well, I guess now I could just warp over there. I don't have to go through the rest of the mountain, but we haven't seen Luigi yet. I mean, Ingo. I mean, hen housekeeper. I said before I read like I checked out the art book because my brother got it for this game, and there is a, you know, as if he doesn't, bad angle, as if he doesn't already look enough like Luigi, there is a design in that art book that looks even more like Luigi than this. Like, I mean, the mustache is already, like, pretty obvious, but I looked at some of those designs and I was like, wow. That would have been way too on the nose. Kind of sad that the flying rooster was only pretty much useful to get the bird key. And you didn't really need him, well, aside from that one seashell if you wanted, you didn't really need him anywhere else. Because I remember the first time I actually got this far in the game, which was probably years after I actually even got the game. I remember being so excited that I could, like, fly anywhere. But that's the only time you use him. And he's gone after this dungeon. Okay, well, we're at Dungeon 7. This dungeon's gonna be... You're really gonna see me falter in this one, but not tonight. I think we're ending here for now. I just wanna... No, I don't think... I'll do some stuff off stream again. I'll check on the fishing and the crane game and Dampy. And then, I'll come back, hopefully within the week. And then finish this up. It's definitely just going to be one more stream of this, because there's just these 2 dungeons and then the final boss, so... yeah. So, keep an eye out for that. I will... You know, it's not going to be, like, probably tomorrow or Monday, but hopefully... Well, maybe early in the week if I do birthday stream. I don't know. Does it matter? Does it even matter if I put the thanks for watching screen on? Of course it matters. It don't matter. None of this matters. I should have that clip handy. I need to... I don't think this is as user-friendly as XSplit, where you can just, like, drag things into your streaming window and they show up. And you could just have shit ready, but... It don't matter. None of this matters. Just say Smith. Alright, well... Okay. I'm out of here. Thanks for coming. I had a good time. I appreciate you showing up. And we'll finish this next time, and then Luigi's Mansion sometime, and, you know, we'll go from there. So, have a good night. I will see you later.